power rankings for the world title picture, we have 4 superstars who are undefeated still in Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Dean Ambrose and Braun Strowman. They have their opportunity to go to Backlash. If they lose, they are out.
That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. There we go. Braun Strowman advancing further.
I think Joe's sending a message to Braun Strowman here, and whoever else qualifies for the world title.
And there we go. That is a Tequila clutch. Was the ripcord knee there, and that means that Seth Rollins has advanced.
If Dean Ambrose wins, he's going to Backlash, but if he loses, he is eliminated.
Yeah, 6:30.
I think he might be.
And he connects. It's a 1. It's a 2. And is Dean Ambrose going to Backlash? No, he is not, because Ricochet has played the spoiler.
Dean Ambrose has fallen at the final hurdle.
I will sacrifice everything.
Where the Kingslayer came to slay and slay nothing.
No one could beat me for that title.
My name is Samoa Joe. You're gonna get these hands.
Time to crown the World Heavyweight Champion.
I know what an absolute barn burner that match was, but speaking of barns and burning, here comes the architect and he's about to burn it down. Speaking of which, by the way, that attire, that is a very, very bright attire that he's wearing tonight. Seth Rollins has all the belief in the world, and, you know, with where he was picked in the draft, let's say, you know, he should have every single belief about him tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth.
So here comes Seth Rollins, our number 1 draft pick. It only makes sense for him to win the World Heavyweight Championship round.
It does, but does it make sense when he's up against 2 monsters, Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe?
Exactly, the world doesn't work like that. He has no guarantee to win this match. Braun and Joe, I don't know if he can get past them. You described it as a monster sandwich on Smackdown.
Well, yeah, I'm going to say he is a CrossFit Jesus filling of a monster sandwich, and I don't like his chances, but at the same time, I feel like I should have more faith in him with him being our number 1 draft pick. He hasn't let us down yet.
That's true. You never know, Braun and Joe could just take themselves out of the match.
You never know, Steve. It's going to be an interesting one. That loud arrival can only mean one man. Who else shouts their own name like that over the speaker system?
And his opponent, first, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman.
And by man I mean Strowman, and by man I mean monster.
He's got to be my pick for this match, Ryan.
I don't blame you. I just spat my Mountain Dew out everywhere just looking at him.
I know. Get a cloth. Disgusting boy. So here comes Braun Strowman. He enters the ring. He wants his first ever world title. He hasn't managed to pick up any single championships as of yet.
Been eluding so far. He's had some big opportunities.
Oh wait, do we count the Greatest Royal Rumble as a title?
No. We've never seen it since, no.
Definitely not.
It's about just as much of a title as the Internet Championship.
What a bad title that was.
Certainly was.
Here's Samoa Joe.
Now with Samoa Joe, he's another man where gold had been eluding him until recently, maybe in a parallel universe.
From Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, Samoa Joe.
As I was saying before, I was really interrupted by our announcer there. You know, maybe in a parallel universe he has held some gold, but here he's still waiting for someone as well. And you got to imagine the monsters and most hungriest here. And like I said before, CrossFit Jesus filling. It's right there for them.
Well, Joe shocked everyone by defeating Daniel Bryan. He tapped him out, if you remember.
He did indeed. He put the American Dragon to sleep with the Dragon Tamer.
You remembered?
I did indeed.
Hold on, Ryan. So, even though I've said Braun is my pick, Joe's a strong contender in this one.
Dragon Tamer, I mean the Dragon Sleeper, but...
Yeah, I thought you were just coming up with a cool new name for him. You could have just let that go.
Well, you know what to say. It's like when Chris Jericho does the Lion Tamer instead of the Walls of Jericho, it just means it's far more powerful, there's more into it, and I like to say that anything that Samoa Joe does with those big tree trunks for arms is always an upgrade.
It's true. He took out Bobby Roode on his way to this match, Joe did, and
That was glorious.
He was not happy after that match. He just attacked him with a steel chair.
Well, that's one way to disrobe someone.
That's
in a metaphorical sense.
True, but there we go. Joe's gone straight for Braun.
Oh! That's a crucifix powerbomb right into the corner. That is the fall of the angels, as Angelico would call it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Rollins is going for a chop match with Braun, but I think that's a stupid idea.
Certainly is. That's like being beaten with a freight train.
This is absolute chaos in this. This is a,
a
drop kick from Braun. That was impressive.
And again, Braun Strowman just shown what an amazing athlete he is.
One
and again,
more time. Oh, he's missed that one. One drop kick too many.
Think back to the days when we had the great Carly, and that's certainly not something that we normally expect from a giant. But these athletes are just getting better and better. And Rollins is just letting them two fight.
It's what we said would happen, Ryan. Rollins is just letting the two monsters fight. Well, not anymore. Braun rolls out to the outside.
Why would you interrupt your clash between King Kong and Godzilla?
Well, Rollins thinks he owns SmackDown. He is the #1 draft pick. He wants to prove that he belongs at that role. And he just wants to beat them fair and square. It's not helped him here. There's a count. And he kicks out.
I'm going to say, it doesn't matter how noble you want to be. In this situation, when you got a title on the line, I just say win it by any means necessary.
Well, Braun's just gone straight for Joe. He's just ignored Rollins.
Nice belly to back suplex.
Oh, here we go. Oh, Rollins counters Braun. Here we go.
Ooh.
A huge knee to the face.
Huge knee there.
And Joe goes for a Samoa drop.
Hence the name.
Said that last time.
I say it every time.
So here we go. The fight has been taken outside. Joe is just standing back.
He's raising the roof there.
Braun has gone straight into the steps. Did you hear the sound when Braun connected with those steps?
Seth Rollins trying to throw Joe into there, but hasn't worked out well for him. Oh, definitely not with Braun and those front drop kicks.
Well, we weren't quite sure if Braun connected 100% with those drop kicks before, but he fully connected with that one.
Seth Rollins, he got back up. There we go. Samoa Joe just getting impaled on the steps, but this is a type of performance that we'd expect for our #1 draft pick. He's getting massacred by some monsters, but he keeps coming back for more. It's like Oliver Twist.
Well, we may as well make this a fatal four-way, Ryan. The steel stairs seem to be the fourth competitor in this match. They just keep using him.
Just like Oliver Twist, it's going to be a grueling match, this, for all competitors involved.
Yes. Well, it is a no disqualification match because it's a triple threat. So there'll be no disqualifications, no countouts. And I think Rollins' face just bounced off the steps there. I heard the noise.
What's he doing to steel steps? I mean, like you
God.
said, it's allowed, but...
Oh God, run. Rollins, run.
But Braun, you're a monster in itself. Oh.
It's fine. Thank God Rollins counted that one. Rollins picks it up for himself, but Braun just shrugs Rollins off.
Yeah, you're not going to win that type of took a wall out of Braun, are you?
You're not. Joe wants a piece of Braun now. Let's see what happens here. Oh, not onto the steps. Oh, thank God. I thought Braun was about to drill Joe right into the steps. I'm pretty sure that's what he intended, but he just couldn't pull it off.
There's a jawbreaker there from Seth Rollins.
Braun just shrugs off Rollins. This is hilarious.
Swatted like a fly.
Again. In episode... No, part 4, I should say.
I was hoping you wouldn't mention that, because...
So Joe put Braun in the ring, but Braun just got straight back up.
Imagine a tag team between Volt and Joe.
That would be an interesting tag team. I wouldn't want to be their opponents, though. Not going to lie. Well, Joe's... Oh, no.
Joe has other gold in mind here, and he's got the sledgehammer.
The sledgehammer's been used for the third time, I think.
He may be a monster, but...
That was a vicious shot, actually, though. Did you see Braun? He just crumpled under the pressure of that sledgehammer.
Did you see that kick out? With authority.
And a roll. How is Braun doing this?
I don't know, Steve. I don't know.
Well,
the spinning wheel kick there for Seth Rollins. God, I love that move.
It's a good move. He managed to take Braun out anyway. So it's just Rollins and Joe in the ring. Oh, I thought he was going for a Boston Crab there, but he just takes out the leg.
Smart move. If he takes out the lower body of these monsters, they're not going to have as much strength to lift him.
Well, Rollins completes his comeback. And he's going to go... Oh, was that a bear hug? A German suplex? But
I don't know.
Oh, belly to belly. It's a pin. Nope. I think it was a belly to belly suplex, and Joe has just clapped his hands against his head and has floored him. And shin breaker.
I think Seth Rollins has slayed kings before, but he's dealing with complete other type of beast here.
I'm not sure he can slay some monsters, two at the same time. But he's going to have to if he wants to become that world champion. And that's one way to do it.
So. And now he's the last man standing in the ring. Other than Jerome, of course.
Always Jerome.
He drops off after delivering that punch. Braun is just being tearing our arena apart.
He's doing what he wants.
Thank God he's destroying the Raw commentary table there, and not ours.
Actually, the Raw commentary table over there, I'm actually pointing, is near the entrance ramp.
That is a terrible architectural decision. I think Seth Rollins needs to speak to him about that.
Well, I believe this will be the... No, it's our commentator's desk, but with no people in it. Thank God those mystery people, which we saw on like episode 1, 2, 3 and 4, have disappeared for this event. It's just us commentating this time around.
Well, we did it for their own safety. I mean, look at this.
I don't blame them, to be honest. I wish we got out of here.
We're stuck in a melee, but I tell you what, we have the best seat in the house for this action. There's a big kick there to the midsection of Samoa Joe.
Did you see how Rollins picked up Braun with ease?
I did,
there?
with ease. I was going to say the exact same thing.
Here's a pin, though. 1, 2.
Oh, Samoa Joe breaks up. We could have had our first world champion there.
I think
turn events.
I think that shocked Braun, to be honest. I didn't think he'd be picked up like that by Rollins. But there's a pin on Rollins now by Joe.
It's out of nowhere, and same with Seth Rollins' kick out there, actually.
Oh, I don't think Braun hit all of that, but...
He didn't, but what's he going for here?
A suplex throw.
Nice.
And he just leaves the ring. Rollins was there to be attacked, but I'm not sure what's going on here. Rollins is taunting Braun. Oh no, he's got him by the throat.
Now,
a wicked shot! What a right hand to Rollins' midsection.
We should have known that Rollins and Strowman would both cause quite some destruction here in this match. I mean,
look at the state of the outside ring area. And a huge German suplex to Rollins.
Both of these men have flirted around the main event scene, but so too has Samoa Joe. In fact, each and every single one of them, any of them could be the champion here.
Hang on. A choke slam from the back. I'm not sure what he calls that.
It's reverse choke slam. Now, Braun doesn't do as much these days, but...
He's hit it, and there's a pin.
He's hit it, and you know what? I don't blame him for going for that. Sometimes when your opponent scouts every single thing that you do, you've got to surprise him. I bet they didn't expect him to go back to those.
I didn't expect it, to be honest.
Those moves there.
Braun seems to be having trouble getting into the ring with the sledgehammer. And Joe's just taunting him. I wouldn't do that, Joe. Oh my God!
He brought it on himself.
A vicious shot with a sledgehammer.
Oh, big kick there from Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins is feeling it. He's feeling froggy. He
jumps. Don't do it, Seth! Oh!
Knee to the back of the head.
Goodness gracious me.
Joe just slapped Braun. I'm not sure that was a wise idea.
Not a wise idea at all, but Braun's just incensed with Seth Rollins here.
He's got the running power slam into the steps. I think his Rollins' back just caught a glancing blow from the steps. I heard it. That must have hurt. I think Rollins is out of this one. It's just Joe versus Braun now, right?
I mean, that camera angle didn't really do too much justice there, Steve. I didn't really see the connection. But
but if you listen to the sound later on, Ryan, you will hear it.
No, I just heard the sound then. I'm going to say, I've just explained to our viewers at home that don't always believe what the cameras tell you. But how is Seth up?
I don't know.
Well,
he's
Braun, help me out there. Answer that question.
Introducing the second steps into the match because why not, says Braun.
Well, Braun's just playing a demented game of patty cake here.
I fear for Rollins' life here.
It's like whack-a-mole.
A shot so vicious it floors Joe. He floors Rollins. This is Braun's title. This one is over, Ryan. It's over.
It's like Seth Rollins is Frogger and Braun is a road.
I think Rollins' head just hit the back of that announce table. What? Come on. Rollins is back up. Surely not. Well, he was. Onto the steps. Onto the commentator's wooden thingy thing. Oh my god, look at Rollins. He hasn't moved. Oh, there we go.
Should we get some agents out here, some ENTs?
I don't know, he's crawling. He seems okay. Kind of. Here comes Rollins.
Well, it seems alright. I'm just... I can say I'm concerned for our talent, but all Rollins is doing is just taking a beating.
Rollins never gives up, Ryan. I think he should now, though. There we go.
Got to remember about that bad knee of his as well. That he,
Indeed.
His Achilles heel, so to speak, but it seems to be his back that's taking most of the beating tonight.
Well, Joe is just commanding the ring now. Joe is on the floor with his arm up. Is he signaling for help? I'm not sure what happened there.
I'm not too sure. I think
he's playing possum. Braun Strowman playing possum. Here we go.
Oh, it's the Braun hug. The Braun hug is logged in. Is he gonna?
Well, if he taps out, it's outside the ring. Does that count, Ryan? I don't think it does.
Well, we saw that sledgehammer being used when we thought it caused it to qualification earlier.
That's true.
In the women's match, we've seen sledgehammer here. We've seen steel steps. We can't rule anything out now at this point. See, I don't even know who's in charge anymore.
Same. Is it John Laurinaitis? Is it Vince McMahon? Is it Triple H? Is it me? I don't know.
Is it Theresa May? In which case, we're all absolutely doomed.
Hey, let's not bring politics into our universe mode, Ryan.
This match is breaking down even more so than Brexit here, and Seth Rollins is... I don't know what Seth Rollins is doing. He had the chances there.
I think he fell out the ring.
He was debating where to go with that, and he decided just an old-fashioned fist would be the best option.
Joe's punished him.
Doesn't seem to be.
Joe has punished him, but there we go.
Jawbreaker. Jerome wisely moves out the way there for charging monster.
Oh, if Braun was running at me, I think I'll be up the entrance ramp.
I think Seth Rollins' back is pretty much broken at this point.
I think it is. And a huge running kick by Joe. It just sends Braun to the... Maybe that was wise by Braun. He just rolls out the ring. He must be tired at this point. A big man lasting in a match this long. I don't think we've seen Braun in very long matches before.
I think Jerome must be tired. He's getting down for those pinfalls. Here's another. There's one. There's two. And Braun kicks out, and it's just as well because Seth Rollins wasn't quite there just yet.
It's getting to that stage of the match where stamina's running low.
Hey, Rollins has Joe in the corner, sends in head first into there, punches his back, goes at another punch, and a drop kick to the back for good measure. But Joe, he just rebounds up.
Well, he should have stayed down, I think, because that was beautiful.
It was indeed, and Seth Rollins, what's he going for here? Rolling there with the arm locked.
He can't pin Braun after that, surely.
Can't do. See, Braun just powers through. You can't hit such cruiserweight style moves on a monster. This is not David and Goliath. This is David versus Goliath versus Goliath. And there's Avada Kedavra there.
Joe's getting in the ring. Rollins does not have this one.
That was nice. That was sort of like a rolling Death Valley driver there.
He's got the Dragon Sleeper locked in.
This
is the move which made Daniel Bryan tap out a few weeks ago.
But Braun breaks it up and wants to do so, and Seth Rollins got the knee in there just in case anyway.
Some nice double team moves there. Look at the strength of Braun. He's just holding Samoa Joe up like he's a cruiserweight.
That was like a faith breaker turned into a nice throw there.
Rollins was taunting a bit in the turnbuckle there, but he's just playing possum to entice Braun into the corner.
What's he doing here? Ooh, I keep saying that. It's my Gary Neville impression there.
Rollins is going for it. He's kicked the arm and he's gone for a pin. You just can't pin Braun off that.
Braun just makes it look easy.
It's unbelievable.
Granted, Rollins should be doing more there, but
Rollins has really got to think about his game plan here.
I don't think these monsters are giving Rollins any chance to think. He's just fighting to survive at this point.
It's true. Look at these right hands by Braun. Rollins is on the ropes. Joe is up. Braun gets rid of Joe.
It's just Rollins
Smart.
and Strowman here.
Oh my God, Braun has a brain too, Ryan. That's just dangerous.
I'm speechless here, Steve. I just don't know how much more Rollins can take.
Running power slam.
We've already talked about the back and a running power slam for Braun Strowman. Is there anything worse on all those muscles in the back, on that spine? I dread to think of anything worse.
Braun has defeated every single person with this move. This one is over.
It is. There's one, there's two, and there's... Oh, what? How did Rollins kick out? And there's Samoa Joe with... Oh, the running knee there.
How is Rollins... What is going... Rollins just doesn't quit.
He doesn't quit.
I'm very impressed with Rollins.
That was quite the move there. That was an STO.
Here we go. Rollins with a knee to the arm again.
Again, it's all very nice to watch, but is it going to do it?
He's going for
I
the
don't
pin
think so.
again, Ryan. What
No.
is he doing? Oh, wait. Oh!
You know, we've almost eaten our words there.
Wow, Braun is... I think that this match is taking its toll on Braun
Nice
now.
enziguri there from Samoa Joe. He kicks Braun Strowman in the back. He's had his choice of people, but I would have tried to pin Rollins there. If I had to choose it.
You need to do a lot more to take Braun down.
The thing is, with Samoa Joe, he always wants to make a statement. If he pinned Braun Strowman, a fellow monster, that Samson's a top monster there, but I would have pinned Rollins with that injury.
Rollins is celebrating whilst there's a pin in the ring.
This is... Well, unless Rollins thought he saw something that we didn't and worked out for him, just.
It's a good point. I don't see anything in the crowd, but something distracted Rollins there.
Absolutely.
But anyway, back and forth between Joe and Rollins.
Remember, we've already had distractions from the crowd tonight.
This match has been going for almost 20 minutes. These guys must be spent.
They've got to be. Look at those two knees there from Rollins. To both men. The Braun Strowman rolls outside the ring. If anyone's going to take advantage of it, this is the time.
Here we go. Joe's got Rollins on his own in the middle of the ring. What is he doing?
Rollins hangs on. How is he staying here?
Oh, huge throw by Joe.
That back has to be injured. I keep saying it, but it's like he's Batman and Samoa Joe is Bane. I don't know what makes Braun Strowman other than a physical beast.
Joe is not relinquishing the submission move.
How's Rollins not giving up there?
He's let go after he realised Braun was doing stuff. Oh, a huge uppercut.
This match is Samoa Joe's to lose.
It is.
And this is to win. What? A 2?
It's unbelievable, Ryan. Unbelievable.
So my partner in crime, Chris Kamara here, getting very, very excited by this. Is it a stomp? Seth Rollins with the stomp. It's over. Surely.
Braun's down. Jerome's
That's
down.
1, 2. And Samoa Joe kicks out. And Braun Strowman a little late with a save there, but...
Braun tried, but can we... Samoa Joe just kicked out of the curb stomp.
Wait, running knee there from Seth Rollins. He's utilising everything in his arsenal.
Oh, Braun was going for some sort of slam, clothesline thing, but he just
What,
got
was that a
nothing
low
left.
blow? Did Jerome not see that? I don't blame Seth Rollins here, though.
It would have been a legal move because it's no disqualification. Right?
That is true, but I still would have expected it for our number 1 draft pick. But
I think it was just a kick to the gut. I think we're okay.
well, you are Seth Rollins' apologist, I know that much, but
Well, Braun with a Russian leg sweep. Rollins is on the outside. And the
Braun
pin.
Strowman with the pin. That's 1. That's 2.
Kick out by
Ooh.
Joe.
That's a big time kick out. I don't think I was used my catchphrase yet.
Rollins and Braun seem to... Are they going to work together against Joe here? Was that a
It's
low blow?
interesting. Well,
Wait, Braun's got the sledge.
Braun's got a sledgehammer. What's Seth Rollins doing here? Oh, mutiny there from the Kingslayer. Seth Rollins hits mutiny.
And he hits the arm just for good measure. Samoa Joe hasn't realised.
2. Samoa Joe with it. No, he didn't break it up. And
It's
Seth Rollins
too
is
late.
our first champion. I think my voice just changed dramatically there, but I am so excited.
Wow, what a main event, Ryan. We have finally, after the 5th episode, 6th episode, we have finally crowned a new world champion. We finally got here, and it goes to Seth Rollins.
And better yet, there wasn't a screw job.
That is true.
That is the most shocking thing of all of tonight, and Seth Rollins, you deserve it.
Or was it a screw job? Because Samoa Joe deserved that.
See, other than a little kick to the groin perhaps at one point.
Well, there we go. Rollins is the new champion. We finally have a crown champion.
He's a what?
Whoa.
I was gonna say he's a worthy champion, but what are these two men doing here? That's a new Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. That's his friend Kevin Owens, and that's a very confused looking Seth Rollins right there.
Why is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn here?
These men have history, going back to another company that I probably shouldn't mention, but
Well, that's all we've got time for now. That's the end of Backlash. What a main event we've had. Catch us on Raw and Smackdown episodes coming up soon.